Okay. So we're trying to find some bodies. Sure, you are first. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh yeah, Toko is unconscious in there. Yeah, I understand, bud. Thanks for the... Thanks for watching the ad, though. That's pretty pog. I've hardly ever gone to the art room. Let's check it out. Maybe someone hid a body in here. Any bodies in here, ladies? Any bodies?
Huh?
Where could 2 dead bodies have disappeared to? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
We need to search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that? Fuck if I know what happens after that. Huh? The door must be locked. I don't know if I was locked before. No, it wasn't. Why is this locked? I'm almost positive it wasn't. That shouldn't be locked. I found the picture there. Was it? I haven't gone there since I found that picture. I don't know if it was always locked after I found it. Rec room. Justice Hammer 1. Wait, what's this? Oh, is this the door I just came in to get here? Oh, it is. Haha. I'm checking everywhere. Okay, doesn't look like it's in here. Ah, Makato!
Come on.
Why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. Yeah, when I tried checking that, the door was locked. How'd you get the door open? Hifumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? Yeah, I thought so. I mean, why that? I thought it was weird that door was locked. I don't know how Celeste got in there, but you know. Yo, time to gather around, guys. Party time. We found the bodies. Are the bodies here somewhere? Oh, shit. I forgot to watch the clip on how to pronounce this guy's name 30 times before I started streaming. Yakuya. Yakuya? Something like that. I have to wonder where they could have been hidden. And now it's randomly unlocked. So I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... Yeah. The 2 bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time.
And so, here we are. I'm jamming out. Wait, Twitch is saying my bitrate is fucked. I have one subscriber and it's me. And so here we are.
It's the Monokuma file!
Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was gonna hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen.
What?
It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
He's handed over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Now make sure to investigate with all your mental and might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later!
Wait, see you later. Well then, now that we've found the bodies, all that's left to do is uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. Why are these guys still surprised that he's calm? How can you be so calm? Look who you're talking to. I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead. Gone forever. They're never coming back. Yo, Hina, you know you're talking to, Yakuya. Let me alt-tab and look at the clip. Yakuya? Fucking A, dude. Yakula from now
It's
on.
Yakuya. It's Yakuya. 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 Yakuya.
Yakuya.
Yakuya. Yakuya. Yakuya. Yakuya.
Yakuya. Yakuya. Anyway, Hina, you're talking to Byakuya. Awful. This is just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large wet tears fell from her eyes. Tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this was some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. This wasn't a movie. This wasn't...
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
I mean, if he's not dead...
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Tried. It looks like he's pretty dunzo.
Killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu.
Yasuo?
Hiro.
He said hero. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute undeniable death. That was pretty crazy. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed on his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
Just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. You said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
I mean, it's not that simple. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So in other words,
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi, and going so far to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wood hammers? Is that what Hero is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. Killed two of our friends? Who's the killer? I mean... Well, there's always a new killer, but it's never like cut and dry, you know? Like, this game likes to like throw something in your face and be like, yeah, this is probably the killer, but and then in reality it's like totally different. Wait, you really don't know? Oh, hey Mike. Also, how's it going, Ryu? I mean, Hifumi said Hero. So you're like, oh, I guess Hero's the killer, but obviously Hero's not the killer. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Obviously Hero's not the killer. It's not that simple. There's something else going on here.
that's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble. Huh. Byakuya is really set on this. He's getting baited.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. Have to accept it. No choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. Come on, Makoto. You've been through this night. You should start getting used to it. I just have to do it. First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi and Taka. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Yeah, where's Kyoko at? You talking about Kyoko? Oh, God. Yeah, where's Kyoko at? Also, Hilly called me a pussy for not saying this on stream yesterday, so this one's for Hilly. That bath scene yesterday, I just gotta point out, Kyoko had a nice fucking ass in that scene. Anyway,
perhaps.
without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? Yeah, I'm gonna say it. And she was front and center too. That was Pog. We love fan service, am I right, chat? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your questions. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about an accomplice. Or you're talking about accomplices, right? Yes, sir. Pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Kyoko.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
That guy's dead.
In other words,
Yes, I saw, Mike. I saw, okay? I saw it. So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
So you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. I would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder,
phew.
only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
You only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Well,
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. True blackened, so just one person?
Well now,
That's enough for explain a fire. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true then, Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. For the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack.
What?
What? I'm offended. You. When did you... I've been looking all over for you, Master. I just refound the two dead bodies. Hifumi woke up for a split second and said apparently Hiro killed them, but obviously that's bullshit. I know, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But I feel like if the game says, oh, the killer is this person, then it's not that person. I don't know. The game's just trying to throw me off. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
You SOB!
Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know. He's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Yo, Jill is Pog. I like Genocide Jill way better than Toko. I think Jill is funny and random and just kinda, I don't know, good dialogue boxes to read every now and then. And Chihiro's secret was pretty interesting. It made the trial way more unexpected, I guess. Pretty cool stuff. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Yeah, true. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again. She's more... I don't know, she's just more... She's just better than Toko. Toko is annoying.
So then,
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless in the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
That's that. Let's begin. Whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? Nope. The game is really trying to pound that in my... Oh yeah, it's obvious. Obviously not. But maybe it's just me. But I don't think it's gonna be as straightforward as it seems. True! It's never that straightforward. Alex? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I saw that and I was like, wait, those look like the Justice Hammers. Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. True. She is not wrong. Yeah, Genocide Gel knows what she's doing. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Interesting. Taka, he'll never move again. Blow to the head. There's a tarp laid out under his body. That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Hating on Taka, dude? Komodo weird. Buddy, I didn't like Taka. I thought he was annoying. Fumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Justin's face talking to anyone but a cute anime girl. What weird. Can't help but feel bad for the killers considering the horrible executions. True. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Taka, once Mondo committed his, Taka was just fucking gone, so whatever. He was just broken. What are you talking about, Mike? I like talking to... Yeah, I don't know. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing. Who do I like talking to? I mean, Hifumi was okay, but I never went out of my way to talk to him, and now he's dead, so rip. How the hell? Yeah, that's what I said. I thought Hifumi was pretty cool, and he was funny at times, but I didn't go out of my way to talk to him. I definitely didn't mind him. What's up, Mike? What dumbass thing are you gonna say? Oh, it's no good. I just don't get it. I could think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. Oh, sorry. I didn't see what was said earlier in chat. Mike, I'm sorry. I didn't see what was said earlier in chat. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head, probably from just Family 3, which is lying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh. Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling something's different? Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it. His glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Interesting. Good eye, Makoto. Taka and Mondo had quite a dynamic. Who would have thought? True. It's pretty interesting. Pretty unlikely friendship, to be honest. But hey, I guess they were pretty good friends in the, what was it, 4 days that they became friends in? Anyway, that was pretty good eyes by Makoto to spot the clean glasses, because I definitely wouldn't have spotted that shit. What?
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But...
And we came right to the repository too, you know? Look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. Yeah! That's what I'm saying. It was locked? What do you mean? Why are you acting surprised? We know it was locked, buddy. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. Might be some secret lurking in there. I'll probably have to leave the area to figure it out. Either way, we can't ignore the victims and the murders. We're still people with friends and family who will never see them again. True. That is true. Yep. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. Pretty wacky how these killers can set up the most insane murder scene. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Yeah, some of these murder scenes are kind of elaborate, especially this one. I don't know what is going on with this one. Everything was chaos while the murders were going on too, by the way. We were up and down, like we were on the 3rd floor, then the 2nd floor, then the 1st floor, then back to the 3rd floor, then back to the 1st floor. It was crazy. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Do you like my help? Is this... Sure. One and only 4 of us met up at the dining room. Oh god. Yep, we waited for the others, but nobody showed up. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. Yes, Kyoko did disappear after we split up. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. God, we're gonna go through all this. Maybe I shouldn't have said yes. Meaning just after 7 o'clock. Robo Justice! Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting with Toko and Yakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. He came down to the nurse's office, the 1st floor, and then he got bonked again. Celeste was pretty shook during all these events. Yeah, everything was just so fucking... We were just getting tossed around the whole time. Why bother with such an elaborate costume though? True. What? So weird. I would be pretty shook too if Optimus Prime was coming for me. She has a fear of robots? Who knows? Maybe when shit's going down, Celeste isn't as stone cold as she would like to be, maybe. Blocking the stairs, yeah, headed further down the hallway, and then that's when Hifumi got bonked again. We're just running all over the place.
However,
I'm just not reading all this because one, I want to kind of not read as much, and two, this kind of already happened. I shouldn't have pressed yes on the recap. Yeah, disappeared. We're back to the nurse's office, and then back to the equipment room, and Are we hallucinating? Celeste is one among my list of waifu characters in Danganronpa. Yeah, that's a pretty solid choice.
however,
Looking back, things have been certainly been very active. If you want to look back on the case again, just let me know. Hell no, I'm not gonna click yes again. What do you have to say? You think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words,
And there is no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
Is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rules say is if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. Killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see, so that's what that means. Is everything okay? I'm gonna Tell me what? Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Yeah, buddy, I know we ain't friends, okay? You're a loser. But say what you were gonna say. Huh? What's with the attitude? What? You have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. Padaraka higher kill count. True! Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Taka was definitely in a vulnerable state. He was fucking dunzo, broken down, all that stuff. Not sure about Hifumi. Guess we'll find out soon enough, but yeah, I'm not sure right now. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? True, I don't know what he figured out. All we said was, if you kill 2 people, you have more chance of getting found out. And then all of a sudden, he's like, huh, I see. Well, I think that's all here, unless this is something. Oh, but wait! Yeah, I can't think of any possible connection either right now. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? Oh, I guess it was. Fuck if I know, dude. Look at that, and look at the wheel. Oh, there's a blood stain on it. Wow, that was just luck that I didn't even think this was gonna be anything. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment to the repository. That's the explanation for that. Nice. Okay, I think we're about done here. Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room, or from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. I too found the locked door because that's the first place I went to. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. Holy shit, how many times are we gonna say repository? In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone First the nurse's office, then the equipment room. I guess we'll go to the equipment room first. I wonder when my pal Kyoko's gonna show up. She's kind of been gone for a long time, and she's not hiding behind the air purifier anymore. Yo, what's up, Jill? I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away.
What?
I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. True. Really unfortunate you missed it. Huh? This tart. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Yeah, cause Taka's lying on one in the repository, dude. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. Hey, that's where those are the wheels. There's blood on its tire. That blood have come from here? Could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. How could this all be done without us seeing? But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Murder weapon. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. Either facts are that someone got the murder boner and touched Taka and Hifumi with it. We gotta be honest with another fact. Yeah, he was a weak target. All the weak targets are kind of dropping out here, actually. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. True. I think that is... this room. Yeah. Nurse's office. Byakuya go. I need to find him, I feel like. What's up, Celeste? What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right? Yes, you were.
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. When we got back, the body was gone. Imagine that shit. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Oh, it's just the camera. Oh, there's something inside! It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. Ah. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ah, but it's covered in blood.
Oh.
Alright, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
Cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. Who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. I am gonna be so incredibly dizzy during this trial. It's gonna be kind of rough, I think. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Not a vampire, Makoto. That's unfortunate. Okay, I think we are good in here. Oh, just the person I wanted to see. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Eat in the dining hall. This This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Said to go to Hiro's room, but it's waiting for me there. What would be waiting for me there? Where is his room? The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Yakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where do you even get it all from? The camera's glitching out. More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. It means he can't really complain if I don't get permission to search his room, right? Yo, stop glitching out! There's something in the cardboard box. What the heck? It's blueprints for something, and it looks like Robo-Justice. And some things made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo-Justice? And it's in Hiro's room. But wait. These blueprints. Huh. The writing on the blueprints, right? Is that what you're gonna say? Because the writing on the blueprints looks bad. Something about them bothers me. Or maybe not. It just doesn't look as good as Hiro's letter. Someone's trying to frame Hiro. I think. How does a bathroom even get this dirty? Probably nothing on the bed. I think that's it. It's blind, dude. But we gotta be careful. Twitch doesn't like that word. It's blind. Sure, we'll go with blood playthrough. Makoto, big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's some more big news.
Just a second.
Robo-Justice showed up too. Robo-Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. And I have to head to the pool. I ran up to the second floor as fast as I could. Where the fuck were you? Kyoko and... Phew, man, I have had the worst day. Get an EMP? Yeah. Hero? Guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Everything is...
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. Explain what is happening? I don't know what the fuck's happening. Kyoko. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and he woke up.
Don't be mean!
I still can't believe you kicked me. Could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
It's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? Just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well,
It was something I had to check up on, says Kyoko. Yeah? What do you mean? Never mind. Great. I can't never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind. Come on, Makoto, keep pushing.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Kira, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second, I was asleep. Don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. Uh-huh. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. Well,
let me out of here!
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong!
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
it would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. Took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Phew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then,
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprint... Why do I keep saying blueprints? The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
And it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
is Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. He can't. It would break the school rules.
What?
Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
Maybe a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Huh. Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
Talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
Please!
What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. Who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me. Maybe it's the mysterious 16th student.
Okay.
Fine. If you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a beat, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is?
Nice.
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
I like how that was voice acted. In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
Um...
No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Kodo, go ahead. Dude, I'm 5'3". There ain't no way I'm fitting in that thing. I'm literally like the shortest person here. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See, I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them?
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there was another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Where? Yo, let me press you again. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone. Fuck you, Makoto. Be more assertive. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. True.
Oh.
Certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? Very true. I have no idea.
Then perhaps...
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? But you were quite protective of her, yes? That's because she's helped me out so much up until now. If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust. Get fucked, Makoto. What's up, Hina?
What the heck?
I'm talking your way out of this one. You did it. Everyone knows it. What's up, Hiro?
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
What?
What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please!
I did not.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed...
How about that?
That's it! I know who did it.
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30% right.
Which means Alter Ego and Slasho Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please!
Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm
Mm.
telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
Ah, I know, that note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said. I found a hole, maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason, I fell asleep.
Hey.
Real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
That's the worst. Not a chance.
So,
Now, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
Really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. After being trapped in here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire, or they pried on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Ah, he lost it, guys. Dang. Unfortunate. Yes, sir. Blood playthrough. Yeah, sure.
Please.
Gotta believe me, I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hero! No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Yeah, that must be. You must be totally broken, that's why.
Please.
False accusation, someone help
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What?
Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet, don't fail me now. Guess I better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko, or Genocide Jack, to switch with me. Yeah, but if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Can you explain to me what is, like, what you have been up to? Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Maybe... Okay. How about you tell me what you were doing first, and then we can, you know, bring you up to speed. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway...
Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay. Wow. Makoto's simping. Unlucky. I'm getting added on Discord. Oh.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway...
You have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Yes. Guess I'll just TP there. I guess I can't I'll just TP there, whatever. Fumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
Monokomafa was right, they were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. So,
I see.
what do you think? I found something. You did?
Hey.
Remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so he said he had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving it right. It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. If you notice, hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. That would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
that's right.
Last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m., meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Classic work from the ultimate detective.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. Right, there's something white in there.
Makoto,
Try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor Mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. Piece of paper?
hey,
Is that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper? Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. Piece of paper. A scrap of paper, actually. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper.
that's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. His pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... Better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. Oh my god, it's the note! A note! I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, don't tell anyone else. Let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m. Man, whoever did this planned it out very... They definitely had this planned out. They get Hiro up there at 1 a.m., fucking drug him or whatever, and get these guys up there at 6 a.m.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it! It's the same thing Hiro said. And he was telling us the truth.
However...
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? His is 1 a.m. Time is different. Hiro told us that his notes said to meet at 1 a.m. The note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. Some meaning to part of it being ripped. I mean, obviously it's the part that Aka had in his hand, right? Did you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully, you idiot.
Hey.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? How would something important like that become a mere scrap? That's what you need to answer.
Hey.
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-books, or e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. As I said, all I said was they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. Okay. A handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand. If Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Okay. I'm gonna get effed up in this trial.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the... Make your way to the red... See you soon.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay.
Monokuma appears!
Why is there two? He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. It's your after image, holy! Yo, the class size really shrinking. True, it's like everyone got their midterms back or something. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Hell no. Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough
You're not
crowd.
playing along?
Stop talking.
I'm not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey, hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
Hina is dead set on this, hey? That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well, no, but... Oh, unfortunate. And it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. Is the killer someone right here?
hey,
Guess we'll find out. If the killer is actually someone who's on the elevator with me right now, I have no idea who it could be. Okay, for sure it's not Hiro because it's just too obvious. Like, he's getting pinned so hard that he's clearly innocent. I think Kyoko's also innocent. I think Genocide Jill is innocent. I don't know. Maybe it's Sakura. I have no idea who it is. It's the 16th student. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? You really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. Or never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. So the curtain opened once again. We'll save it in third slot. Yikes! I should talk to more people so I could get some more skills, you know what I mean? Well, here we go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened and the one that deceived. Now then.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Genocide Jill. That's funny.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer? Yep, book 'em, boys. Before anything else, we have to make that clear.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the
Oh, should I
culprit.
have shot the blueprints maybe?
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just
I
hold
think I
on
should
a
have shot the
second.
blueprints. Yeah, I should have shot the blueprints, I think.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts,
I just
No,
barely
it's wrong.
dodged the purple letters, Monka. Too dumb to pull it off? True.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
what do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
True, Hero, true! Holy shit, that is true.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Of course, he passed it off to me. How?
So?
I have no idea.
Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit. This is so troll. The Illuminati? I mean, I think Hero was in the suit, but he didn't actually commit the murders. I'm gonna say Hero.
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So
you go.
what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Is he gonna pass it off to me?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been, well, I mean, to move. It's this, right?
I got it!
Still one more thing. Oh yeah, and then the blue tart.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yup.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Well, wrapped. Yeah.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
And look at the wheels.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
are you sure you are not mistaken?
Positive.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Oh.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
What are you I mean, I guess Makoto is kind of stupid a lot of the times. He does act dizzy all the time. To be honest. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the Y button won't be enough to handle them. Damn it! I was really relying on that. Now it will cost you one bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the X button. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the X button in time with the tempo marker.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere.
I don't even know if... Oh wait, I'm
worst.
fucking
You miserable
not
wretch.
reloaded.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Can I get out of this?
I cannot agree. You are a fool.
I'm just pressing
Lies
random
will
shit,
get
by
you
the way.
nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
I don't know what I'm doing when I'm doing that. But hey, I did it,
If you're
so
asking
haha.
for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
Why couldn't I just select that item from my truth things, or the investigation report I put together, whatever it's called?
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that
Distraction
really
robot.
matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Well, I mean, didn't Ina say you couldn't even bend at the hip?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
You can't!
No, that's wrong.
He was in the Robo Justice costume. I just voted my sum.
You're absolutely
I saw him
right
vent
that
too.
you could push
He
a dolly
vented,
without
he
a handle
vented.
if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
You yourself, Tina, said you can't even bend at the hip.
What do you mean?
You put the
Think
suit
back
on.
to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. There it is.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance the costume was taken off to move it. You can't take it off by yourself. Hey, who's sus? Fuck if I know. I just know it's not Hero, but I don't know who actually did it.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
Yeah, we had to help Hero out of the suit.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
It's just meme. Because Twitch banned the tag blind playthrough. Twitch got rid of the blind playthrough tag. They don't like the word blind, so I meme about it.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
True, he's getting set up, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Yes,
To
ma'am.
be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb drama. It's, yeah, best to stay clear of it. It's something. Yeah, we are on here to have a good time.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
There must be a special place in hell for drama like that. True. Is there someone behind?
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
I don't know, actually.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Robo-justice.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Oh, you actually beat the series, whole series just the other week? Nice, nice.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Celeste is really set on it being Hiro. Nice, nice. As you can obviously tell, I'm just on trial 3 of the first one, but I do plan to play all 3 of them because I am enjoying the game, so I plan to play all 3 eventually. And now you're doing Phoenix, right? Ah, nice, nice. I see.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
that's gotta be right.
Now Celeste brought Hina back. You guys are always so dead set on the wrong answer.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Oh, I'm Kyoko.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
True. A sense of familiarity? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, true. These trials are basically like Phoenix, right? Mixed with Among Us. Actually true.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Elements of sorrow. So yeah, it's kind
Plus,
of
maybe we'll get to
creepy.
find out where the heck Kyoko was when
crazy.
everything went down.
We'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko. Yeah, true. Kyoko, where were you?
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
Dude, Monokuma is kind of crazy.
I suppose we could start with this morning.
There's some wild shit.
4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
Jigsaw killer knockoff. True.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
It would be really nice to find out what Kyoko was doing,
Soon
but I don't
after
think
that,
she's gonna tell
Hina
us.
found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice.
Does Aoi's voice sound familiar to you? I'm gonna be honest. No?
It
Does not
also
sound
soon
familiar,
became
unfortunately.
clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi.
Really? Who does she voice in Persona 5?
We were soon joined in our search by
Oh.
Byakuya and Toko, and then
Oh,
went on
I
to
guess-
find Hifumi in the library.
I guess I don't make the connection too well. But now that you tell me, I guess I can definitely see the similarities there.
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
You got bonked again. Oh yeah, that happened.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and
Then he
search
got
the second
bonked again.
floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor. and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
And then,
Maybe I prefer me. Kyoko and Taka's actors are in Persona 5? Oh wow, there's a lot of crossover here.
at that point, we decided to divide up into two groups.
Taka is Mishima. Nice. And Kyoko is on, hey? Wow, like I can't... Taka is Mishima. Yeah, that one's... that one is a total difference, I feel like. That doesn't seem to fit.
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi. And that's when we heard the body discovery. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Oh, okay. I was just skipping the stuff. I was just skipping the stuff that I'd already heard before. But okay.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
I'm just mainly skipping through the flashbacks. I've already seen them
But
like
when we
3
got
times.
there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
So chaotic.
After some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
You should sleep, true. Love when Morgana tells us to sleep. You should sleep.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay, good angle
Now
to
then,
take.
let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to cover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. I don't hear An and... It's really hard to hear An and Kyoko's voice. When I think of
So,
Hina,
regarding Taka's death, I
can
wonder if
definitely
he
hear
died
Morgana's
before
voice.
Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
it's hard to...
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
what makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh
It's
shit.
true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I have to do a mem... Someone's weird numbers, but...
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
I don't know if I have to use this Y thing.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death,
I don't know if
I wonder
right,
if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Don't hit.
No, that's wrong.
Got it.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Objection!
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Bro.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Oh shit. Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. Oh, yeah, he's got his broken watch, right? Fuck. Way easier than that last one.
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer, because as of last night... So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Kyoko can get a lot of information just by analyzing 2 corpses.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those Justice Hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
I have no idea who... I think it's this mystical 16th student. Out of everyone here... Unless it's Celeste herself. But that seems very unlikely. My suspects are either the 16th student that has kind of been hinted at, or I said Celeste, but I don't actually think so.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Bro.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
No, it can't. Okay, then it's not you. It can't be Celeste. I just know that Celeste decided to take a walk I mean, I don't know, maybe she made the attack up? I don't know, but it's not her. Sakura...
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Yeah. True.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
She can't be Celeste, she's too hot. Yo, don't worry, I don't think it's her
If that's
actually.
true, where's the tape?
There's nothing worse than Among Us than an imposter deceiving everyone and voting you out, saying you vented when you didn't. True, that shit's so annoying.
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
I mean, it's either the 16th student or Kyoko herself, so...
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now,
Yes.
we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Secrets are fully safe, bud? Nice.
So
Good to hear.
instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Like how Hifumi's body was moved, maybe?
In particular, I think we need to figure
There
out
you go.
how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We're gone for like a minute or two.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute
Is
her
there a
and Tina
secret
took
harem
their eyes
ending?
off of it.
I don't, probably not.
But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Does anyone have Well, the only person who could probably do that is Sakura, right? But she's there's no way she... Sakura has an alibi, does she not? I don't know.
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Tell us how you did it, Kyoko.
What? How? If the dead body were to move itself.
What?
The dead body moved on its own?
I guess. I mean, Hifumi did wake up for a split for like, what, 10 seconds? We found him again in the repository.
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is
Hifumi just got up and
we
walked?
thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
I see.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Oh! Wait a second. It is possible because he cleaned his glasses off. Broken wristwatch? What is this doing in my cylinder?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Yeah, but that was...
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Oh shit.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
What did I have on there?
Are you saying
like
that when we
broken
first
wristwatches.
found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead,
I don't even know if this is
without
actually
a
one.
doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Fuck. Sorry.
Shoot!
Oh no, only 2 hearts. I'm gonna fuck this
Are
up.
you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
I don't know if this is one of them.
It
I
is
should probably stop
impossible.
doing it though.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
I only have 2 hearts, Monka.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Uh-huh.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I don't know. I guess it is broken wristwatch. I don't know what I'm doing here. This one was...
Are you saying
Fucking
that
me
when
up.
we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Pretty sure I'm gonna fail here. I
there's
got
a
one more
chance
shot.
he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement
This is gonna be
along
GG
with
right
the
here.
rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Scared to shoot. For the body discovery announcement was only made once, but
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
fuck. Someone else's discovery. Dead body had been found. I don't think that's one. Broken wristwatch. I don't know if that's wrong. The right
Are
one.
you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body
I just wanna
discovery
see-
Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I think maybe someone else's discovery was the right one.
Are you saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he was actually still...
No, it is impossible.
Fuck.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Okay, holy
No,
moly.
it's wrong.
God damn. That was not great. It's getting kind of
Was
dicey.
the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Objection. Finally, we got the objection.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means
True.
even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the
He
announcement
did make an
again.
announcement again, though.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later
There you go.
on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
First time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. The second time is when just after Hifumi came back to life, right? Second announcement came right after Hifumi woke up for the last time, I think. Oh, well, yep, there goes the heart. I guess when both bodies were rediscovered?
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Oh, you've been playing a lot of Crash Bandicoot 4? How is it? I haven't played a Crash Bandicoot game in a long, long time, like since the PS2 days, I think. It's awesome? Nice. Good to hear. Brutal.
Meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Bada bing, bada boom.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Oh god.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
Oh my god, we're at half a
The
heart.
first time we
I'm
found
fucked.
Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom,
His body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Oh,
No,
I thought I was
he's
gonna
wrong.
miss that. Monka.
In fact, there was one clear difference between
Oh.
Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
I just finished Persona 5 Strikers like, what, 2 weeks ago or a week ago or something? Good game.
His glasses.
True.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
It's a sweet little action RPG. Yes, it is. I really enjoyed it.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. I got it!
I got it!
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
Shows Persona can do that genre very well. True, it does.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean, and the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Yeah.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Of course you would.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away
I don't know
using
the
his own
Yakuza
glasses
series too
cleaning
well,
cloth.
so I'll take your word for that one.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Interesting.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't get the reference, I guess.
But he got crazy with it
Lucky
and had to
when I
wipe
miss
his
a
glasses
reference.
off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi?
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
One of.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Go for it, Kyoko.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
It is this, right?
I got it!
I got it!
You're talking
Hey,
about
my
the
hearts
note
are two now.
Hifumi had hidden away, aren't
Nice.
you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said,
1 a.m.
Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants, me.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
I doubt there's any
I
sense
don't really
truth.
understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka
TikTok?
and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Oh god.
Huffy had the note, right?
Huh?
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Wow,
No, that's wrong.
Got -5 on
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking talking about?
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
True.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Maybe this.
I got it!
Got it.
When I searched
We got
Taka's
3 hearts.
body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Buddy, why do you even bother talking during this?
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Yeah, couldn't I, Shihiro? Yeah, FC Man told me that it's Morgana from Persona 5, which is pretty cool, and that Kyoko is on from Persona 5 as well.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
You gonna say something stupid, Hero?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Taka's Mishima? Oh yeah, Taka's Mishima. That's funny.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file...
Oh.
The way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
That is the smartest thing I've heard Hiro say all game so far. Yeah, true. For once he's saying something useful. Holy crap, that was nuts.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I
First
don't
for everything.
understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
There were other
So the
hammers.
question is,
Or
how
mallets.
could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
They were.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
9 times out of 10 he's acting like some slapstick comedy. Yeah. Weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Can I just select the evidence that I have? Yeah, the spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
I shoot
Maybe
that one?
Justice
I don't
Hammer
know.
4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Fuck. I lose a heart for that, don't I?
Shoot!
Fuck.
What was used to kill
This one.
Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
Maybe Justice... Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody... Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its... Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Murdergear.com.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No,
No,
you're wrong.
it's wrong.
No, it's wrong. I've never seen you use
The
a
murder
slow-mo.
weapon
Yeah, it's
wasn't a
'cause I'm too
Justice
good to
Hammer
use a
at all.
slow-mo.
No, it was something completely different.
I can't even remember what button that is. Is that RB? I think it is, actually. I kind of just forget about it a lot of the times.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
There you go,
If the
Makoto.
hammer got
Put
covered
it together,
in
buddy.
Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that was the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did, actually. We did talk about how there would be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first, but... Oh, that's not the right one.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
I'm actually
even
busy.
if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than
I
one
don't think
person is
impossible is the
complicit in
right
the
word
murder,
I'm looking for here.
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
That is how the rule...
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply...
Oh, it is that. Okay.
No, that's wrong. Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
I played the PC version of Strikers.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
Mine only crashed once. Yippee! Oh, Mike, when you play Strikers, dude, make sure you save any chance you get, okay? Like, I've watched other people play it on PC, and it has crashed for them as well. I only had it crash once, so maybe I was lucky, but I've seen it crash for other people as well. I don't know what it is with Persona on PC, but same thing happens with Golden. Anyway, yeah, just save it as much as you can. You got 68 games on Switch? Wow, that's a lot. Yeah,
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Wow, this true killer is popping
A
off.
single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
I don't know. Mine crashed several times. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. It wasn't too bad though. A lot of times the crashes happened shortly after I saved, so it wasn't like devastating crashes, but you know, annoying all the same.
By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
I mean, Kyoko did not tell us her talent or her ultimate, whatever you want to call it, when we first started the game. And my only guess is ultimate detective, but I'm not sure. Who knows? Maybe she's something else entirely, but she really is good at solving these cases.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I had too much stuff running in the background. Like Shadow Play was going. You have Riva Tuner going. MSI Afterburner going. I had Vanguard going for Valorant, so that might have caused some issues. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of issues that could have caused issues with my Persona. Yeah, you don't run those, but I run those, so maybe that's probably the issues there. One of those programs could have conflicts with Persona. I don't know. The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. The debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. I don't got it. I don't got it. I feel like it's Celeste, but I am very, very unsure. Maybe I should just say myself. It's too obvious that I think it's Celeste. I'm just gonna go with Celeste and see what happens, cause...
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
Celeste was ejected. Oh?
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yeah.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him,
Why are you getting all worked up?
that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Whoa, where'd this come from? What the heck?
Pardonnez-moi.
You sound like your typical imposter, not true.
Just
Damn.
to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you
true.
were working together.
What is the... Well, technically the screaming. encountering the suspicious individual.
Shoot!
Okay, I just wanted to just kidding.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the
Technically, they were
suspicious
screaming a
individual
lot,
in the
though.
suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
She's angry. Dude, she is angry.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Wow.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So
Yeah.
that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Hey, this is not poorly thought out, to be quite honest. I gotta give props to Celeste. It's kinda pog.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
True. Ooh, what's wrong, Celeste?
And
What do
on
you got to
top
say?
of that piercing cry of yours early on.
I don't know how you can tell her behavior is a little sus there. I don't know. Yeah.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Look out for him.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I have trouble finding out who's sus right off the bat, to be honest.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I get dizzy pretty easily. But it's cool to see it all come together. Did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
It's like she was using the individual as a diversion, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was really chaotic. I thought we were going like up and down these stairs, like, yeah, I thought it was, yeah, I don't know. I don't pick up on stuff that easily. Like, Mike said, I got a bit of brain damage, I guess, when I play these games. But hey, I got it, so we're all good.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah? I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Oh, I don't actually have brain damage. I'm memeing.
Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Oh, Celeste.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
What do you got to say?
I have no idea what you mean.
Oh, okay.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys did. Or just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
How about, yeah, surpass Leon. Stupid, stupid, stupid! True.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Oh, nice slip up.
Although I don't really get what it means.
Hero, buddy, you made the mistake of opening your mouth. Why not? You gotta close that.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
She's done.
If you're
She's
really
done
not
so.
the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
What is he alluding to? Ah, cool. File number 3.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us
Wait, I
standing
can't shoot
around,
those guys with
frightened
those
and
guys.
Confused. They must be
I think I have the wrong one.
elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Well, obviously the thing I want to shoot is those guys. But with what?
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this.
So strange.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be
Is it really
positively
Monokuma
elated.
file number 3 that I gotta shoot it
We
with?
are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like...
Okay, got it.
No, that's wrong. That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys
Fluked
died.
it.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. so there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Ugh.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
So the popularity of Among Us? Yeah, probably. It might have something to do with it.
So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Hero, buddy.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
No, there is no other explanation. What, these
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Gasp. I'm dancing! Imposter discussions, killings, yeah, those are definitely huge similarities. Similarities
That's
between the two
certainly
games
within
for
the
sure.
realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Yeah.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible?
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Yeah, I think I know which one I gotta shoot.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Really? Fuck.
Shoot!
Is that not the one? Uh-oh, then I don't know which one it is.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out.
Oh, sorry,
Then
costume.
you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight.
Maybe it's
You
this
tried
one.
to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Alright, I got some hearts to spare.
If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, thanks for the hydration.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious,
True.
they could still stand up like that.
Time to be a detective.
Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Can't bend at the waist.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh, Celeste, you're looking kind of shook right now.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Freak out, Celeste. Sure, you can link a YouTube link. Go for it.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Celeste is looking for any way out. Celeste is angry once again. True. She's desperate right now. Man, Hifumi went with it until the end.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Yeah, true. It's obvious,
In other
Celeste.
words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more
Yeah,
complicated.
Hiro, just...
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Damn, Celeste is broken right now. Sakura just burned him? Yeah, got him good.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Oh, he said people's last names.
I got it! That's right, our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Her attitude's a bit of a turn on.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Wow, he just don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. there's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
She's freaking out.
Do I?
I guess kinda right now.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Oh.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
Nice, it's upside down.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me...
Ooh.
No, that's wrong.
Let's get her. Yeah, come on,
That's it.
Celeste, just give
The
up.
handbook.
The English VAs must have had fun with this game
What?
trip. Yeah, let's see your
Anytime
handbook.
you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Display your name. Display your name. Always make sure you have the right one.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Oh, Celeste, let's see your handbook.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Oh, that's not an option at this... Given the situation, that's just not an option, Celeste.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
If you were innocent, you wouldn't be refusing. Yeah, it's pretty basic logic, Celeste. Come on.
Because...
Keep saying the word. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Maybe it'll distract us long enough.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Yeah?
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Oh, God. Because how did the killer recruit their... How did the killer recruit their accomplice? What time did the killers call their victims to the rec room? Call their victim to the rec room. Who was it that the killers summoned first? Oh, technically the killers summoned first. Hammer 2. Not sure if this is right, but I'll just put it there. I don't think that's right. What time was Taka supposed to head to the equipment? Is it? That's one. Doesn't look like. Okay. Alright, I'll need the full 20 minutes. I'm dizzy all the time. Justice Hammer that was used to kill Taco. What number was it? Oh, fuck. I think. Yo, I'm getting dizzy. I don't know a lot of these answers. Yeah, I knew this wasn't supposed to go there. Justice Hammer 2. I think I'm gonna get this wrong a couple times. To fate the existence of a shadowy criminal. Ramen is really fucking good. What is this? It's just a picture of a backpack. I don't know what picture is supposed to exactly describe that description. I don't know. Oh. Yes. That makes sense. I guess it was food. I mean, what else would it be, right? A few things I'm not too sold on. I'll give this a shot though and see what happens. What's that orb?
The killer persuaded someone to help.
It's something completely right. It was like in the first trial. I'm pretty sure that orb was used in the first trial. Leon threw it to hit the... to turn on the incinerator. So it's like completely it's just irrelevant for this one, I think. At least I think that's what it is. Yeah, I got the first one wrong. Yikes, I got 1 heart. What did he... Okay, so it wasn't food. So is this poster supposed to represent seduction? god, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna run out of hearts. That's supposed to represent seduction, I guess. I can't think of anything else it would possibly be. Ah, shoot, that's not good. I was hoping to get a little further than the first one on my first go at it, but, because I'm not confident in this.
Here's exactly what happened.
Nothing else it could be.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Okay, rip. That person was Celeste. I got no idea. I actually don't. What is this? I didn't think this was relevant. I don't think it still is, but I'm so fucking dizzy. Description. Does Hifumi go here? Guys, I'm pretty sure that I'm so doomed here. I'm pretty sure, like, this is right. I know that's right, that's right. Pretty sure this is right. I fuck if I know if that's right. Pretty sure that's right. I guess that's right. This is definitely right. This is definitely right. I mean, he was called at 1 a.m., so that's right. I mean, yeah, let's take a shot at it, I guess.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
I mean, could be.
Hifumi.
If I get this wrong, I think I lose.
The killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Okay. I'm kind of nervous. I think I'm doomed here.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro.
Yep.
When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
I think I did mess up my hammers. It's... whatever. Let's kind of cringe.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Fuck. That's wrong.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Oh, there you go. Yep. I like how we have I like how we have this whole discussion and then right at the end everyone's like, wow, it looks like we're gonna vote for Makoto to be the culprit. Maybe that someone who would be dumb enough to be lured would also be dumb enough to pull off a plan like this, true. Yeah, everyone, let's vote for Makoto at this point in the trial. Fuck me.
I refuse to give up yet.
Where do I start? Oh, I start just from... Okay. Okay. Still don't know this one. Is it this or this? I don't know what. It's just a backpack, and this is just some. That's probably wrong. Yes, and then. Okay, let's try that.
Exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer...
Okay, yep, we went through that already.
Hifumi, with an accomplice, the killer was able to
Looks like
execute a number of...
Maybe that's the right answer. Okay, so this might be the final time I get it wrong. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
First,
I don't know what the
they
backpack
convinced
is, and I don't know
someone
why I
to
keep
meet them
picking
in
it.
the
And we went through this.
That's the murderous duo.
If I don't know what it is, it's probably best not to put it in the comic.
Knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Okay, nice.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story.
Fumi's one and only fear of
The
strength.
second fake incident was the attack in the library.
Okay, and what?
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that.
Okay, we'll try the crystal ball.
Here's exactly what happened. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers, the first fake incident there, they wanted the second fake incident. This time, with these 2 incidents, that the suspect was increased, we fell right into their trap.
What could this be? In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. What, chips? A poster? Justice Hammer number 3? Sure, why not? I mean, I have enough hearts to try everything, right?
The killer is you!
I mean, eventually I'll get it, right?
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the first there,
I don't
they
think the
wanted
hammer's
to make
right.
a second fake. This time, with these 2, that this we fell right.
I'm so dizzy. Yeah, I mean, the poster is from the Chihiro case. I really am dizzy on this. I don't... Why would it be the chips? How does that make any sense, right?
Here's exactly what happened.
It doesn't to me. Chips that were already in the room when they were discussing.
They want to set this time with the that this we fell right.
Okay, so then it's not Justice Hammer 3, it's not the chips, it's not the poster, it's not the crystal ball, it's not the backpack. It can't be any of the things that we used previously over here, right? Hifumi used something to move Taka's body. It has to be this. He's pushing the freaking dolly. It has to be. I got the weapon the killer used to murder Hifumi. Obviously this. I actually do not know. How could it be the camera? Do I have to use the camera a second time? I was under the assumption that you can't use stuff from the previous panels, right? That wouldn't make any sense because the camera fits there. Yeah, you can, exactly. In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. The only pictures I have left are what looks like just a backpack, a crystal ball, a poster, some chips, and Justice Hammer 3. And that's it. Is it Justice Hammer 2? What is... Oh, I guess it's Justice Hammer 3. Thank you. Holy shit. Thank you. If that's correct, then Pog.
Here's exactly what happened. So, for these, the first fake incident was there. The killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story.
Sorry, I completely... That whole incident? Okay, yeah. For some reason, that completely slipped my... Wow.
With these two incidents,
yeah, that whole
the
incident
killers were able to
skips.
create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that.
This was a rough trial for me. I was dizzy for the entire time. Until the very end.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Did it say the hammers were meant to throw you off? Yeah. I guess it threw me off.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
This was pretty elaborate.
And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste!
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Nice. Wow.
Lost?
That was... I was pretty dizzy during that trial. Yeah, you lost.
I lost?
Thoughts, Celeste?
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
No, your waifu, Raven. Your
They
waifu.
hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh.
Kyoko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Jesus.
Interesting.
It's gonna give me a C or a C. Wait, where's the C? I thought I was for sure gonna get a C somewhere. Nice.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Damn, your voice just completely changed, hey?
Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay.
Well, at least I still have Hina. There you go.
If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
Yeah, her French voice was fake.
Will
Damn.
you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be a French accent. Celeste kept it up for a long time. If you are doing a fake accent, to keep it up that long without slipping up is impressive. It was painful to listen to. Rip Celeste. Hey, it was a good try though. You had me dizzy for the whole time.
What?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia! I'm not gonna say her real name. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree. Yeah, I guess, I mean, for someone like me, I didn't even notice, obviously, because I don't speak French, but Hifumi is a horn dog, yeah.
So then
did you use, you know, I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. She mean? She talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words,
You're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then,
I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I had shown it to Fumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. How did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got too close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime. An absolute crime. I knew he'd gotten a little crazy, but...
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far! It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him! I'm going to fucking kill him! He swore! Language!
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target. Language!
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you. What? I've heard worse before, yeah.
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear, I will save her!
I have to save her! Go Super Saiyan, Hifumi!
Actually...
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens, I have come up with a plan. True, there are far worse matters. Oh. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. Power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Is that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. Nice. That's it? Doesn't mince words.
Let's see...
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. Damn. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
When you were explaining your plan to Fumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you would actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, when someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Fumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi so nobody could doubt him. I told him that and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. Simple solution. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well...
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like... Yakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. That's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie. Damn.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
Say you little bitch one more time. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. You want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. Accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
It was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. Yeah, what a dream. I was gonna make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I'd have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence? Decadence?
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life, there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. That's what life is all about to you? Combined with my own winnings? Oh, hey Danny boy, how's it going, dude? Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. Really? I got right to the edge, but...
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The consciousness deceives the unconscious. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then...
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. It's probably some French. You just get executed again. Marie Antoinette. I'm supposed to know who that is. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got!
I got the name right? Oh, Pog.
It's punishment time!
Very rarely do I get names right, if I'm gonna be honest. Last French queen? Oh, I see. My history is pretty iffy.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
What the hell did she just
Which
give?
is why...
What did she just give Kyoko? A key
Actually,
to what?
It's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
I hope not. Okay, Monokuma, let's see what you got planned. Yeah, those eyes. Fanfic life. Wait. Burned? Yikers. Why is her voice acting sometimes and not other times? I don't know, I guess to give some scenes some... It would be... Holy shit, imagine. Burned alive would be fucking brutal. Yikers, that would be brutal. Hey, she's taking it in stride. I guess. I don't know actually how to answer that. Just some of it is more impactful. Usually stuff that isn't too important isn't voiced, but then most stuff in the trial is voiced, and I don't know. I'm just rambling because I'm trying to watch the... Yeah, that would fucking be brutal though. Yeesh. Apparently in the concept for the plot and creating characters, they also consider executions for each character before deciding who... Oh, I see. It's over. The third execution is over. Yeah, Rue, I don't have an actual real good answer to your question. It's just sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Oh, I already read that. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. For him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. Alright, Raven, have a good one, dude. Thanks for dropping by.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. Oh. My reactions, I feel like my reactions are pretty lackluster. But I mean, hopefully I reacted somewhat okay. I mean, it was a freaking, like, I think getting burned alive is rough. I don't know, I feel like this one is... she basically got burned alive, and I feel like that is fucking rough. I want to say it's the worst, but I'm just gonna say it's the worst because I just think that is just terrible, terrible way to go. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Oh, it looked like she was burned alive. What's the point of the fire? I just thought the fire truck was there to add extra oomph to it, just to create more destruction. Oh, then I don't know which one is worse. They're all really brutal in their own way. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? Who's Leon's? Yeah, I could agree with that. I think Mondo's is pretty brutal. Anyway, yeah, have a good one, dude. Good night. What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So what's the deal with that?
What?
Oh, what's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? Huh? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting.
What is going... Wow, oh man, oh geez, oh man, oh geez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko. Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you? Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
Suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why? Exactly are you going alone?
so...
You even have to ask. As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? Still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you.
well then.
And it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm going to go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are going to go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Shall we? Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Hey, it's Alter Ego. Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. Now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as the incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Yeah, Kyoko being honest is... she's not gonna say anything. I'd be surprised if she did. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me? Hell yeah.
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. Knew it. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Sure, why not? Who else are we gonna believe in? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Wow. Yo, way to go, Makoto. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. Buddy.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? How in the hell could she possibly find this? What makes her think... I guess she is... Never mind, I guess it makes kind of sense. Never mind. Yeah, you're trying to find a way out any way you can. Speaking of the washroom, though, I really need to go to the washroom, so I will BRB. So I was planning to end stream, but I actually am really curious as to what is at the back of this washroom, so I am going to check this out. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. Suddenly, as if I were being yanked in. Holy shit. At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Ba-bump. I'd fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door and I made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
There's a storage closet, and way at the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? There's a bunch of files and what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. Before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave? That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? A strange sound rang out through my head. Yo, did we just get gamed on? It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. Wait, the shelf is all empty. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Am I crazy if I stop here? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stop here because a lot of progress was made and I don't know how long this is, like, if I continue on, it's like I'm gonna keep wanting to continue on. I think this is a fine place to stop for now. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight and have a good one. Peace.